Hello, fellow Earthlings. Miss Spockirk's spiritual voyage now comes upon the letter T. And what better word to think and reflect about than transformation? This is a follow-up on my last week's message about salvation. When you receive the salvation through Jesus, the important thing to realize is it lays the seed for transformation. It's not easy as humans to overcome all our flaws and negative things that we always find ourselves in for various reasons. It's a very difficult thing to overcome it. And to overcome is not just to overcome, but also understanding that you're only able to do it because of the divine grace that you have received, not on your own merit. So acknowledging that is the hardest thing for most humans. And that's where the word transformation come into picture. When Jesus truly has touched your heart, it's impossible to remain the same. It leads to a transformation that cannot be explained in layman's terms, so to speak. It's hard to comprehend unless you've gone through that journey. But nonetheless, it's a worthwhile journey. And the bottom line is you have to learn to be transformed. It's like how the butterfly, right, the metamorphosis that it goes through. The egg becomes the larva, which is completely different from the cocoon, and then you become the butterfly. In a sense, knowing Jesus is such. The seed is laid as through the foundational teachings that we grow up as Christians, or whatever triggers that point. That's the seed. And as you start uncovering, when you come out of that egg, it's when you start beginning to realize, you start reading, questioning, trying to understand the mysticism around divinity. It's all of that. And as you gain the food and knowledge of it, you get into this cocoon, because that's when, without the outside influences of the world, you have the ability to go focus inward and be able to reflect upon what's important so that there can be a transformation. Without the larva forming into a cocoon, there is no way a butterfly comes out. In the same manner, one should think of this pandemic in that sense. We've all lived through our larva-like life prior to the pandemic. The pandemic has forced us to reflect, to think, and improve our lives, to make a transformation from within so that we can survive the negative impacts of this pandemic. That's what transformation does. Without that, we would be given to depression, misery, and hopelessness. The only way to find hope is to understanding that this period is important to reflect and learn how to transform yourself so that you can become better things at the end of the pandemic, like the butterfly that does eventually come out of the cocoon. Transformation is important. When you achieve that, you have truly understood the meaning of what it is to be in Christ, of what it is to have actually received the salvation. So use this time to think about it. What is it that you need to transform in your life? Change that. It's slow, but eventually you will get there. And like the butterfly, we can fly into being better beings, into beautiful creatures at the end of it. So with that, I hope you guys will all take this pandemic. The silver lining is to be able to transform yourself from within so that we can all grow to be better humans and caring for this planet that we are put on. And understand that at the end of the day, we're all temporal creatures. What we need is God's grace to live through this world in a beautiful way. Thank you. Amen.